Beerus was about to execute Goku using the Hakai. His hand was covered with energy of destruction, but soon it would fade. But how? Beerus would ask, confused. Goku smiled in a strange way, as if he knew what was happening. "I thought you were going to destroy me," Goku would say, demonstrating his great confidence. If he avoided the Hakai, I could not perceive how he did it, Frieza would think. "I do not know how you did it, but I have trained for these 15 years, so I'll kill you clean hand," Beerus would say while he was preparing his fist. Beerus would throw a blow at Goku, but at the exact moment of doing so, he would notice his hand fall. Beerus would hold his wounded wrist. "His hand?" Frieza would say, amazed. Goku would step on Beerus's hand, crushing it completely. "When did he tear my hand?" Beerus would ask, terrified. "Whis, let's get out of here," Beerus would say, terrified. Beerus and Whis would leave there from one moment to another. "I do not understand. You stopped time?" Frieza would ask. "I do not do that kind of tricks," Goku would answer. "As for you," Goku would say by holding Frieza by the neck again. "Now you will have to tell me why you took me out of the room of time," Goku would say seriously. "Let me go!" Frieza would scream with rage. Frieza would hit Goku's face hard over and over again, but despite that, he did not do the slightest damage. His fists could not even make Goku blink. "You pity me," Goku would say when he released Frieza. "Mr. Goku, do not misunderstand. We save him because it is our only hope," Berry Blue would say. "Berry Blue, please do not try to ally with him," Frieza would say. "He just saved our lives," Berry Blue would say. "You should be grateful to him." "I prefer to think that we are at hand," Frieza would say. "I could not wait for another reaction from you," Goku said. "Now I need explanations. What happened since I'm not here?" "Talk to Berry Blue. I am not your servant," Frieza would say. "You are a bastard," Goku would say. "Beerus and the other gods of destruction attacked the Earth," Berry Blue would say. "I guess everyone died," Goku would say. "That's right, and with Hakai, so they are not in the beyond," Berry Blue would say. "They thought I had finished you off because another god of destruction destroyed Gohan and confused him with you for the like." "I see. I guess I'll have to finish them off," Goku would say. "And do you think you can do it?" Frieza would ask. "The gods of destruction killed all the powerful beings. Not even Jiren is alive. Ask Bill's hand," Goku smiled. Goku would stretch his hand towards Frieza. He would be terrified since he had witnessed Goku's power. "I guess it's my end after all," Frieza would think. An aura would go through Frieza's body. Suddenly, he was cured. "But," Frieza would say, amazed, "you got me out of that place. I spent 1,000 years locked up." "I guess I owed you," Goku would say. "Don't expect me to thank you," Frieza would say without losing his pride. "Bill was chasing you. He almost finished you off." "Tell me, don't you want me to finish him off?" Goku would ask. "Don't trust yourself. All the gods of destruction work together," Frieza would say. "They attacked all the powerful beings together for being afraid." "Who did they attack?" Goku asks. "Caulifla and Kale, along with the entire planet Sadala. Jiren, the 4 warriors of the Universe 3 who formed Arenaza," Frieza would say. "They forgave Toppo because now he is a god of destruction. They also finished off Head some time ago because he started to become famous in all the universes. There's no one left, Goku, no one to help you. What about you?" Goku asks. "Bill was terrified by the sudden increase of my powers, but don't think I'll help you," Frieza would say. "It doesn't matter. You've done enough," Goku would say, Goku would take his fingers to his forehead, and he would disappear with the teleportation. He would reach Universe 11, right on the planet of the God of Destruction. "What is that?" Toppo would ask when he felt the presence of Goku. "It's strange. It looks like the presence of a god." "Okay," Margarita would say. Toppo and Margarita would leave their castle. They would see Goku in front of them. "Wait a minute. What is this?" Toppo would ask. "Hi, Toppo. Congratulations on being a god of destruction," Goku would greet. "Wait a minute. You can't be Goku," Toppo would say when he put himself on guard. "Of course I am. It happens that," Goku would say. But it would be interrupted by Toppo's attack. Toppo had arrived with a punch at high speed, but Goku would dodge it like nothing. "It's not true," Toppo would say. Toppo would attack with everything he had, but Goku simply dodged his attacks by moving from side to side without changing his posture. "Wow, Toppo, you're amazing! You have become very strong," Goku would say. "You are not Goku. He was destroyed 15 years ago along with the Earth," Toppo would say. "It's Goku," Margarita would say when interrupting the fight. "Margarita, are you sure about what you say?" Toppo would ask. "Of course, Los Angeles, we realize those things, okay?" Margarita would answer. "It can't be. Where have you been all this time?" Toppo would ask. "Long story. I'll tell you if they give me some food," Goku would say in a nice way. "Food?" Toppo would ask. Goku would be invited with the best dishes of Universe 11. While he ate, he would explain to Toppo and Margarita about his confinement in the Room of Time. Meanwhile, Beerus was terrified. His hand had been regenerated thanks to Whis. "Quick, tell the rest," Beerus would say. "Goku's power is infernal. If we don't get together, the gods, we won't beat him." "As you wish, sir," Whis would answer. Whis would call the rest of the angels. Everyone would answer instantly, except for Margarita, who took a long time. "Quick, hide," Margarita would say. "Why? I'm not afraid of them." "You should," Toppo would say when he held Goku by the head and hid him under the table. "Hey, this is a warning to all the gods of destruction," Beerus would say, upset. You could read his nervousness in his expression. "Now what do you want?" Champa would ask while he whispered. "Goku is alive!" Beerus would scream. "Beerus, don't make bad jokes," Jerez would say, upset. "It's not a joke. Goku was with Frieza. He saved his life just before he eliminated him," Beerus would say. "That can't be true. I eliminated him myself," Arak would say. "Well, it turns out not. I saw it with my own eyes," Beerus would say. "Wait, I'm sure it wasn't an illusion," Kitella would say. "Of course not. I have Whis as a witness," Beerus would say when he pointed to his angel. "Mr. Beerus doesn't lie," Whis would intervene. All the gods of destruction would be terrified. Except Champa. "Come on, if Goku is alive, he can't do anything alone," Champa would say. "He knows how to cancel Hakai," Beerus would warn. "That's impossible," Sidra would say. "I'm serious. I was about to execute him with Hakai." "And somehow he managed to cancel it," Beerus would say. "Don't you understand? I faced him. And when I decided to attack him, he just cut my hand without me realizing it." "Whis, is it true?" Jerez would ask. "Is it true?" "I just rebuilt his hand," Whis would answer. "No problem, if it's about Goku." "We can use the Dragon Super Spheres," Arak would say. "Champa, Beerus, start looking for them. The universes from 1 to 5, we will go to Universe 6 to help. The universes from 12 to 8, they will go to 7. Don't count on me." Toppo would say, "Heavens! We forgot he was useless." Quitella would say, "Yes, Beerus, why did you call him?" "You can think whatever you want of me, but I will not oppose Goku," Toppo would say. Topo would lose the image of the scythe of Margarita. "Wow, you're rude. They cut us, okay?" Margarita would say. "Goku, you have to prevent the gods from gathering the dragon's super spheres," Topo would say. "No problem. I'll finish them all," Goku would say, although I have to recognize his power. "The gods of destruction have powerful techniques, okay?" Margarita warned, "especially Jerez. He can turn you into stone with his ki arrows." "I'll take it into account," Goku would say when he took his fingers to his forehead. "Wait, you're not alone," Topo would say. "I appreciate you, but you are a god of destruction. You can't fight." "Also, I should stay even if it's one," Goku said, believing that Topo would offer his help. "No, it's not about me. I have two people who can help you," Topo would say. "Margarita, please." "Of course," Margarita would say. Margarita would spin her staff in the air, creating a portal. Topo, Goku, and Margarita would pass. "This has to be a dream," Bermud would say. "Hi, long time no see," Goku would say. "I have to thank you for being the only god who didn't betray me," Goku would say when he stretched his hand. "Goku?" Kefla would ask. "Kefla?" Goku would say, surprised. "I don't understand. They were supposed to have destroyed you," Kefla would say, amazed. "Well, the same thing happened to you. I guess fate brought them together," Topo would say. "Hey, not at all. Where did you get in?" Kefla would ask, furious. "Let him speak." Bermud would say. Goku would take a few minutes to explain to them about his confinement in the Room of Time and how Frieza had helped him get out. After giving them all the details, Goku noticed Kefla's great power. "Hey, you look strong. If you're going to help, I want to test you," Goku would say. "Mr. Goku, don't be disrespectful," Topo would say, ashamed. "What? I want to fight her to test her level," Goku would say without understanding anything. "Of course, there is no problem," Kefla would say. "But I warn you, Bermud himself has trained me for years, so you won't have it easy. Kefla has spent a few years inside the Room of Time, but not as much as you," Bermud would say. "That they can split up to finish off the gods is enough," Bermud would say. Kefla would raise his ki to the maximum. The others would move away. "I am surprised by your power, but remember that I have warned you of the excessive use of brute force," Goku would say when he got into a fighting position. Kefla from one moment to another had reached Goku with a punch. Goku would dodge it for a while. "That was close," Goku would say, amazed. Kefla would turn on himself. He would throw a spinning kick, but Goku covers himself using his arm. "That was powerful," Goku would say. Then Kefla would attack with a rain of attacks. Goku defended himself, but he began to have difficulty dodging all the attacks. Then Goku would transform into Super Saiyan, expelling Kefla away. Kefla would fly away. Nobody could believe Goku's power. "And that he has not used the ki of a god," Bermud would say with a smile. "You're amazing. You have to marry me," Kefla would say. "Miss Kefla," Topo would say, while Margarita laughed. "Thanks for the offer, but I plan to use the dragon's super spheres to return everything to normal," Goku would say. "Okay, I'll help you," Kefla would say. "Let's do this. I will go with Kefla to Universe 7. There will be 5 gods there. Goku, you go to Universe 6 to meet the other 6. Are you going to fight too?" Goku would ask. "For your information, I am no longer a god of destruction," Bermud would say when he pointed out. "I can certainly fight against a god of destruction with total freedom." "That would be great," Goku would say. Goku would take his fingers to his forehead. He would travel straight to Universe 6. "Take me, you can also travel freely like Goku," Kefla would say to Bermud. Bermud would hold Kefla and go with her to Universe 7. Now Goku, Kefla, and Bermud were determined to defeat the gods and return all the universes to normality. What could happen now that Goku will face the gods of destruction? This video has to reach 20 likes and many.
Leave your like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That will motivate me to continue uploading videos and theories for you. See you in the next video.